Hey everybody. Well, we saw yesterday how we almost crashed our aircraft. Well, we got the repairs done and we're getting ready to head home uh, back to Dallas Exec. But we're here at Person County Airport, KTDF, and we're going to make a stop at Middlesboro Bell County Airport, designation 1 Alpha 6. So as you can see, the thunderstorms didn't leave. They're still here. But it's going to be a lot easier taking off in this than it was trying to land. First of all, yesterday we had the time of day, we had the sun setting, so it really added a lot of glare through the low-flying clouds and caused us a lot of problems. Did a lot of damage to the aircraft, about a little over $48,000 worth. So, needless to say, this trip we lost money. But we're down safe. The plane's in good shape now. Everything's repaired. We're gonna get ready to leave. Okay, we got everything ready to go. Like I said, this is more than just a thunderstorm. This is just flat, heavy torrents of rain. So if you'll bear with us, we'll get this thing turned around and headed down the taxiway and get ready to take off and head for Middlesboro Bell. I guess I just had to add the Bell in. Middlesboro Bell Cnty Airport is really an interesting place. It sits in a valley surrounded by mountains. It almost looks like it sits in an old extinct volcano caldera. It's a beautiful area, but it's gotta be a little careful when you're coming in to land and to take off, because it sits in a bowl. Tall mountains around it. You can tell looking down the end of the taxiway, there's not a lot of visibility, but at least it's grayish white. It's not that ugly orange hue that we were getting when the sun was shining through it. And hopefully as we head east, we'll fly out of this weather. I'll get those switches turned off. Yep. Don't need them now. The engines are running. Excuse me.
approaching 24.
Okay, we'll get out here on the runway and check all our systems, make sure the flaps are in the proper position. Prop RPM's full, conditioner's full. Here we go. Prop RPM, conditioners, we should be set. Flaps down. And I think we're about ready to get out of Dodge. Ease the throttles forward. Make sure all the pressure, oil pressures and manifold pressure, everything's fine. Run them up.
On runway 24. On
I know
runway
I'm on runway
24.
24. She's always bitching at me. Brakes released. We're on our way. Okay, off the ground, gear coming up. Visibility next to 0. Get the aircraft cleaned up, get her cruising here as we get to altitude. Alright, there's a welcome sight. Clouds are disappearing and coming out to a blue sky and sunny day. That'll work. Hopefully the rest of the flight will be just as nice. Glad to leave that behind us. Okay, we're just about at our designation there. Here's a picture of the runway, and as you can see, it's good asphalt runway, but it's down in that bowl, so sometimes the winds can be a little bit tricky. If you look out the windscreen there, you'll see a notch just to the left of the center post, and that's where we're going to go through and try to drop down into this runway. And you can pretty much see the ring of mountains that go around it. So it won't be much longer and we'll be back on the ground. Autopilot off. First degree of flaps. We'll start our descent into the bowl. As you come in, you can just barely off in the distance there see the runway. So start making our turns and get lined up. Gonna have to slow down and lose some altitude here. Okay, we put in our second degree of flaps and the gear is down. Locked. Good. And we'll start to make our final turn into the runway. They're already down.
28. Unstable.
You keep telling me that, but I take my medication. I know. Shush. Try not to take the roof off of this house as we go over. And we're down. Okay. Get her slowed down here. Safely on the ground. Not my best landing, but it was a good one. No damage.
Approaching 10 on runway 28900 feet remaining.
A lot better than the one yesterday. bring the flaps up, pull off the runway here, go down to the parking area, get her unloaded, top off our fuel tanks, pick up some cargo, head back to Dallas Exec. And we'll play a little rag here, just a little bit of a celebration for a decent landing. Pull up here to the fuel pumps, top her off. Alright, tanks topped off, we're full of fuel, we've got our cargo on board, so now it's just a matter of getting on the runway and flying out of here without hitting a mountain. And if you look way down at the end there, there's a notch in between the mountains. That's right where we're going to fly out of. And we're going to skirt our way through the valley and gain altitude. And at the end of it, hopefully have enough altitude to get over the top. If not, this will be a short flight. Ready to go?
On runway 28, on runway 28.
kind of thread the needle here a little bit. There's not a lot of room in here, but there's enough. And we got about a 500 a minute climb rate, so that should be enough to, as we get to the end of this valley, to get over the top of the furthest mountain. And as I say, the rest is downhill all the way home. We can bump up our climb rate here to about 1,000 feet a minute. Yeah, we should get back to Dallas Exec in time for dinner. Just made my co-pilot chuckle. It's always a good sign. Well, we made it all the way through the mountains and back to Dallas Executive Airport, and I sure appreciate you watching. We'll see you next time. Hope you enjoyed the trip.